guys, it's Tris. Today, we're delving into the often controversial historical event known as the Opium War between Britain and China. This conflict has been the subject of differing perspectives, making it challenging to pinpoint blame on one side. We'll explore the intriguing truths behind this war, uncovering the complex factors that contributed to its outbreak and the far-reaching consequences that followed. The Opium War began around 180 years ago. During the era of the Industrial Revolution, England experienced an unprecedented tea boom, but with China as the sole source of tea leaves, it faced a trade deficit. To remedy this, the British turned to opium, a highly sought-after luxury item in China, and established a triangular trade involving India as the primary producer of opium. This led to a massive influx of opium into China, despite the existing prohibition. As tensions escalated, China attempted to stop the opium trade by issuing warnings, but the British responded with military action, marking the beginning of the Opium War. If you find this video interesting, it would be great if you could support us by hitting the like button. Now, let's get started. To fully grasp the significance and complexities of the Opium War, it is essential to delve deeper into the historical context that led to this pivotal conflict between Britain and China. The Industrial Revolution, a period of profound technological advancements, had transformed England's societal and economic landscape. With the rise of factories and mechanization, the demand for tea surged among the working class, as it became a safer alternative to the polluted water prevalent at the time. As the tea craze intensified, England found itself heavily reliant on imports from China, resulting in a considerable trade deficit. China, on the other hand, had little interest in British goods, firmly adhering to a self-sufficient economic approach and considering itself the center of the world. This trade imbalance between the two nations created a pressing economic issue for England. A substantial outflow of silver was required to pay for the imported tea, leading to severe monetary strain. In a quest to reverse the trade deficit, the British sought a commodity they could sell to China in large quantities. Their solution was opium. India, under British rule, emerged as the primary producer of opium, and the British began exporting it to China in significant volumes. Opium, besides its medicinal uses as a medicine and painkiller, had become a sought-after luxury item in China, akin to cigarettes in the modern era. The opium trade, however, was not without its challenges. China had previously outlawed opium, but the vague enforcement of this prohibition allowed bribery and corruption to flourish among those responsible for policing the trade. Consequently, Indian opium, with its superior quality, began flooding the Chinese market, prompting a soaring demand while depleting China's silver reserves rapidly. This influx of opium wreaked havoc on Chinese society, fueling a severe addiction problem and adding to the strain on the nation's already limited resources. In response to the mounting opium crisis, China issued a stern ultimatum threatening severe consequences for anyone involved in smuggling opium into the country. The British, however, did not concede to these demands and temporarily surrendered their opium, but maintained their commitment to the profitable trade. As tensions escalated, China sought drastic measures to curtail the opium trade and safeguard its society. There were even plans to poison the wells to eliminate the British presence. Fearing for their safety, the British decided to temporarily withdraw from China, further exacerbating the financial pressures they faced back home. The situation reached a boiling point as both sides entrenched themselves in their respective positions, with China unwilling to compromise and the British adamant in their pursuit of economic gains. The conflict evolved from a trade dispute to a military confrontation. The Opium War officially commenced with the British forces equipped with advanced iron warships powered by steam, contrasting starkly with China's traditional wooden junks. Although the Chinese forces vastly outnumbered the British troops, their lack of modern weaponry and military organization rendered them ill-equipped to contend with the technologically superior British. Furthermore, the unfamiliar land and the effects of natural phenomena and epidemics further impeded China's ability to mount an effective defense. As the war raged on for approximately 2 years, the British gradually gained the upper hand by securing control of crucial supply routes to Beijing. They weakened China's capacity to sustain its military efforts. Facing the growing disparity in strength and resources, the Chinese forces lost their will to fight, culminating in a decisive victory for the British. Following their triumph, the British imposed a series of harsh terms on China through the Treaty of Nanking. These included the establishment of free trade for Britain in 5 major ports, the payment of substantial reparations, and the cession of the island of Hong Kong. The Opium War marked a turning point in China's history, exposing its vulnerabilities and forcing the nation to confront the reality of its perceived strength versus its actual global standing. The repercussions of the Opium War extended far beyond the immediate aftermath. China's defeat profoundly affected its international standing and triggered a series of events that would shape the geopolitical landscape of East Asia for decades. The forced opening of China's doors to foreign influence, once strictly regulated and almost closed to the outside world, paved the way for increased Western involvement in its affairs. Despite its far-reaching consequences and its crucial role in shaping East Asia's historical events, the Opium War doesn't receive extensive coverage in traditional history curricula. However, understanding this intricate chapter is paramount to comprehending the dynamics of international relations during that period and the ongoing ramifications that persist in the present day. In conclusion, the Opium War remains a significant and thought-provoking historical event, showcasing the complexities of international trade, power dynamics, and the devastating impact of addiction. By exploring the multifaceted origins and consequences of this conflict, we gain valuable insights into international relations and the enduring impact this war has had on East Asia's history. As we continue to reflect on the past, we can draw important lessons to inform our present and shape a more informed and equitable future. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. Take care and see you in the next video. Goodbye.